But way back in April, I drew attention to the comments of Professor John Ioannidis, the Professor of Medicine and Professor of Epidemiology and Population Health at Stanford University School of Medicine. Would he know something? He made the point very early on, and I quote, "If we'd not known about a new virus out there and had not checked individuals with PCR tests, the number of total deaths due to quote-unquote influenza-like illness would not have seemed unusual this year. At most, we might have casually noted that flu this season seems a bit worse than average. The media coverage," he wrote, "would have been less than for an NBA game between the two most indifferent teams," unquote. Well, no one bothered to listen to him. They picked their own experts, advocating massive lockdowns and now this economic trillion-dollar mess. We've got 625,000 deaths from coronavirus around the world as at today. But the deaths so far this year from communicable diseases around the world are 7.2 million. The deaths from cancer are 4.5 million. The deaths caused by smoking are 2.7 million. We have, Australia, 172 people in hospital, 165 in Victoria. We've got 42 in intensive care, 40 of them are in Victoria. Is this a pandemic or an exercise in gross irresponsibility by the Victorian government? I said earlier this week, and I repeat it, why doesn't someone tell us whether the aim of the exercise is to reduce all risk to zero? So do we stop people from driving cars or motorcycles? Do we stop someone having a child or climbing a mountain or jumping off a cliff into the water? Everyone in a face mask, everyone to be tested, everyone to be frightened out of their wits. Scott Morrison says the Australian economy is fighting back. Well, I suppose he's got to accentuate the positives, but tell that to the tourism sector. You'd be entitled to think there's an agenda out there, comprehensively determined to destroy Western society as we know it.
We're paying a high price for saving not many lives. How fortunate for governments that people don't think